Hello everybody, my name is Nobody. I'm going to be casting this 1v1 rated matchup between the Viper and Lierey. On the top side is going to be the Viper. He's going to be playing in purple as the Saracens. On the bottom left side, we're going to have Lierey playing also as the Saracens. He's going to be in the color green. So we have a Saracens mirror matchup. We're playing on Arabia, of course, our favorite map. My favorite map anyway. Let's take a look at the tech tree for the Saracens. Not as a team usually civ on Arabia. So, Saracens, they've got some good bonuses, and they have some extremely useless bonuses. In fact, 3 of the most extremely useless bonuses in the game. Perhaps 2, depends who you ask. Good bonus, market bonus. Market trade only costs 5% less. Could be good in late Feudal Age, Castle Age, even Imperial Age. Useless bonus, transport ships, 2 times hit points, 2 times carry capacity. Certainly useless on Arabia. What are you going to do, transport across a pond? I don't think so. Galleys attack faster? Yeah, not going to see that. Cavalry archers, plus 3 attack versus buildings. Great bonus, if you're the Huns. But we're playing as the Saracens, so not a great bonus. Unique unit, Mameluke. Unlikely to see that if this does go into Archer Arbalest build. And team bonus, foot archers, plus 1 attack versus buildings. Most of the time a useless bonus helps with archers getting through things like houses or palisade walls. So that could come into effect. But not a lot going for the Saracens. They do get bloodlines, however, and that's certainly nothing to underestimate. They get some pretty damn good monks. Pretty good archer line. They get all the upgrades on the archer line, even a small bonus for their archers. So not a terrible civ, but just not a lot of useful bonuses on Arabia, I think. But anyway. What can you see in a Saracen's War? You can see a Drussian archer sometimes, depending on the gold position. Looks like Lierey's gold is pretty exposed. Might not see that from him. Pretty exposed gold from the Viper as well. Not expecting to see that from him. Instead, most likely we'll probably see a scout build. Nice deer luring from the Viper, nice and early on. So we can see a scout build. We can see a scout build into archers, and later on maybe knights or crossbows, and then going into Arbalest, Siege Ram, that kind of stuff. And if we're lucky, maybe Heavy Camel and Mameluke, which I'm hoping for. Anyway, that's the Civ matchup. Let's take a look at their maps. Ooh, that's going to be close. And both players luring in deer, I think. Let's take a look at Lierey's map. Very exposed on the front side. Forward gold. Exposed gold on the left. Hard to get saturation on that as well. Ooh, another exposed gold. All the golds from Lierey, pretty bad. Woodline is pretty bad. Looks okay for now, but as soon as they get through that first layer, it's going to be very inefficient. Very bad wood for Lierey. Ugh. It's because of these pawns, too. But Lierey, not the best map. Could be worse. At least his gold wasn't, right in the forward position. A little bit of a scuffle between the scouts. Who's got the first hit? Who's got the first hit? I think... Ooh, so hard to tell. And neither player backing down. It's going to be the Viper that takes it. So hard to tell. But that's a big loss for Lierey. It's hard to underestimate what kind of loss that'll be. Because Lierey, let's see what Lierey's scouting looks like. Lierey is left in the dark. He's found all of his basic resources, including his sheep, his golds, his wood. But he has no idea what, A, where the Viper's resources are, and B, what the Viper is doing. Is the Viper going to go for a fast castle? Is he going to go for a drush? Is he going to go for archers? No clue. The Viper, he's got all the information he needs. Although he wants to be a little careful with his scout, could lose it to a Vil. And could even use it to lure in some more deer. So huge loss. Let's take a look at the Viper's map. Much better wood. That's about as good as it gets on a wet Arabia, I suppose. And you could put 2 lumber camps on that. Very exposed on the right side. It's going to be hard to wall. 2 forward golds, another forward gold. Both players having very vulnerable gold. Don't want to get behind a military for that reason. Or lose a big fight, because you will be kicked off of gold, and you will lose the game. Stone are in a little weird position as well. So both players pretty bad map, but already early advantage for the Viper. With his scout still alive, the Viper's going to hit Loom, and then he's going to click up to the next age 22 population. Lierey, a bit of a cleaner build. He's going to go up with 21 Vils, and he already has Loom done. And there's the Viper. So no difference in the Vil count. It's just Lierey's going up a little earlier, which I think I like. Some players, they like to go up on 22 pop in order to get a spearman out and defend. Basically good defensive scouts. But this is a little unusual. 4 villagers forward. Where are they going? Are they going to go to wall? They're going to go to deer. Okay, that's not unusual. They're right next to the mill. And the Viper gets to see all the goodies from Lierey's base. Lure in more beer! Yes, lure in the beer! I'm not that drunk. Oh, house. Why is he housed? Oh, he's making militia. Okay, that is interesting. Gonna go for men-at-arms then, most likely. 2 villagers on gold. I love to see men-at-arms. Unfortunately, when I do, it's not as successful as I hope it is. Let's hope the Viper has a little more luck. And a little pro tip, each of these villagers will drop off all their food onto the lumber camp once it's built. You can watch it go up right over here. And there it is. So, going to build the spearmen first, then upgrade to men-at-arms. Heavy investment, going to take 40 gold, 100 food. Big investment at this stage of the game. And there it is. But hey, this is a good thing about, about killing Lierey's scout. He doesn't know men-at-arms is going to come in. It's certainly not like plan A or plan B that you expect. So this could do quite a bit of damage. Here comes the wolf, though. And the wolf's going to slow down the militia a little bit. Scout's going to move out. Lierey's seen the men-at-arms. He does a quick wall. Man, that was so quick. Lightning fast. These villagers not going to get the wall up. I think they can run to the town center, though. And Spearman gets taken out. That was the most important unit. Oh! Villager going down from Lierey, though. But without the Spearman, not able to thwart off the scouts like they should. 1 scout going down from Lierey. So 2 men-at-arms and a scout for 2 men-at-arms and a spear for a scout and a villager. You tell me if that's worth it. Okay. The Viper was gonna attack and decided no, let's fuck it, let's just go with it. Oh, gets the nice last hit on Lierey. A little sloppy from him. And the Viper's gonna transfer this wolf like a bad STD. And here comes the wolf. 2 archery ranges from the Viper. Hasn't heavily invested into farms like I like to do. But enough about me. I like to see men-at-arms. Let's leave it at that. So he's going to stick with the 4 men-at-arms, the 2 spearmen, and go straight into archers. And his gold is pretty safe for now. Might want a spearman to defend. Or not. Those are only 2 skirmishers. You're welcome, Lithalized. That was specifically just for you. Lierey's down 200 points in score. Could be due to... It's most likely due to scouting. Villager difference 2 ahead from the Viper. Lierey did just pick up Town Watch, though. So, essentially 1 villager down from Lierey. It's the one he lost. Villager count is 7... military count is 7 to 5. The Viper has a better army, with archers and fletching. And the Viper's leading this game at this point. But man, look at this gold. So exposed. And so inefficient. Due to the position of the gold. We were in more beer, that's funny. That could go as a quote, I think. Alright, here comes the Viper's army. He's gonna pick the right angle. Gonna go away from the hill, of course. He knows his opponent's hugging the hill. The Wolves are really getting on the action this game. Okay. Lierey feels like he's going to be able to go out. Both players just relying on feel of the game. And he's going to move out with the skirmishers. Making so many skirmishes is going to be risky if the Viper does decide to go for scouts later on. Lierey, remember, does have Town Watch. There's no way he didn't see these archers. At least I don't think there is. Yeah, he's going to retreat the villagers. And remember what I said about the lumber camp earlier on. It's terrible wood. Just Just a terrible walking time now for the wood. And that's Lierey's biggest problem. So part of the troubles of Lierey of this game are, you know, partially due to his own decisions, his own fault, losing the scout early on, but also, you know, partially due to the map. That's the good and bad of playing Age of Empires. The map's certainly doing him no favors. Skirmishers do have all the armor upgrades though, and that does help to deflect archer fire. But Lierey's going really heavy into archers, and the Viper hasn't made a single archer. He'll be up to the next stage pretty shortly, I'm sure. Oh! Yep, there it is. There's the stable. So the Viper's going to go heavy into scouts. Scouts and this amount of archers. Wow, that's going to be a tough combination. I'm not too worried about Lierey's gold. I would be a little worried about his gold. Scouts can get in under that gold. But the thing I'd most worry about Lierey is his wood. And if he loses his wood, it's GG. The skirmishers, they're feeling pretty tough. They're feeling like they're repelling all these archers, because they have their big shields and their big spears. But little do they know, they're being lured into a trap. Not only downhill, but the scouts with scale armor are going to come in as well. Cue the Admiral Akbar meme. Here comes the two scouts. And let's see what they can do. 4 archers in the mix, but armor has been done as well. And Lierey, he's seen the scouts. He's probably, I don't want to say it on stream. He's probably thinking like, oh shit, he's in a bad spot, and he definitely is. He's trying to wall in his tower now. Doesn't think his tower is going to be sufficient to defend. And Lierey is at the bottom of the hill, and I think that could turn the tide of this game. Of this fight. Spearman gets 4 nice hits on the scouts. It's not something you usually see with a bunch of archers. And it looks like Lierey's going to be able to defend for now. The Viper, he will click up to the next age right now. Meanwhile, Lierey's also up to the next age. Nice defense from him. It was so critical he defended. The tower did some good work. Skirmishers were able to take out the archers. And the Spearmen got a few choice hits on the scouts. Anyway, the Viper, he's stuck on 2 ranges and two stables. What is he going for? It's hard to invest in both. He's still making archers, not making any scouts. But he has armor already done on the knights, so will he add some knights? We're going to see 2 stables from Lierey. I think from him, he's going Bloodline scale armor. Most likely from him, we'll see Elite Skirmisher and Camel. So both defensive units. And he's even got the market. I really love this decision. Ooh, looks like Lierey missed his 2 sheep too. Alright. Okay, so both players going into the Castle Age. Lierey's gonna move out. Risky decision. Nope, he's gonna come back. Boncanero, crossbow, bowsaw, blah blah blah. Standard stuff. Oh, and knights also. Didn't expect that. So knights and crossbows versus skirmishers and camels. No, skirmishers are knights, okay. Better combination's definitely going to be for the Viper. As well as the Elite Skirmisher upgrade's damn expensive. Chain burning armor for the Knights. Very strong unit composition. And the Viper's even able to take this wood, which gives him better saturation, because he's being so aggressive. Anyway, here comes the archers. Is he going to hit the gold again? The problem if he goes around this right side, he does risk getting trapped in. And you never know exactly what your opponent has. Lierey's got Elite Skirmisher upgraded. And the Viper is going to send the Knights on the right side. It is walled here. It's very weak walls, though. Oh, what am I missing? Just a little bit of scuffle. Looks like Lierey did pick off 2 villagers. And that's going to put him 2 villagers ahead. He is 400 score points behind, though. Big mangonel shot could change the course of the game, though. And the Viper's making a few camels as well. Ooh, the mangonel's exposed! Bring the spearmen back! Oh, this could be a big mistake. And the mangonel's gonna go down. Crossbow's gonna pick off a few of the knights. Not looking too good. Does Lierey have enough to defend? I'm still not sure. Here comes the skirmisher. It's gonna pick off a few crossbows. There's no more skirmishers left, though. And I'm sure the Viper's gonna win this engagement. Look at that micro. Thumb ring done, also. Monastery for Lierey. He needs to get everything out that he can, as much military as possible. However, the Viper, he's also starting to work on his eco 3 town centers. So the Viper, he has the military advantage right now. He's putting the pressure on, and he's starting to get the economy advantage as well. Once you have those 2 bonuses, it's really hard to come back. Which is exactly what I said. You should be watching the stream, man. But hey, I guess anyone can do this job. Anyway, the Vipers, he's pretty content. Feels like they're about even probably on this hill. Doesn't want to risk a big mangonel shot. And he can just sit back and work on his economy. Taking a lot of stone. Not something I expected, though. And perhaps it makes sense. Lierey's going quite heavily into cavalry. Maybe some Mamluks would be pretty good. Good town center for Lierey. He's on 2 town centers. He's fell behind 4 villagers now. And Lierey's still expecting an attack on the left side. He's going to see pretty shortly that the crossbows are actually on the right side. And they'll be able to get through this house in no time, with that, especially with that Saracen's bonus. Ah. Anyway, there's Lierey. He's seen the archers. The Viper, he probably knows he's been seen. He's trying to get the hell out of there. Okay, Lierey's gonna go attack the Viper. And the Viper has no military at home. Just has a few knights. Scrap that. He has a few knights. And 800 score difference for the Viper now. And the Viper's taking every relic on the map as well. Looking very bad for Lierey. Lierey, he needs to do something. He needs to do some damage to the Viper. He needs to outboom the Viper, which isn't likely. Or he needs to gain some sort of tech advantage over the Viper, and that's also unlikely, because he's most likely not going to go up to the next stage quickly. So the Viper's still pushing forward despite having a larger economy himself too. And the Viper's floating too much gold. He's got enough stone for a castle. Going into more stables. Big fight. Way more knights for Lierey. Oh, big no shot. Oh my gosh. That's the shot that could turn around the game. Can take out the monk. And Lierey, he's got the military advantage. It's 20 to 10. 20 to 7. But the Viper, he's got plenty of resources. He's got plenty of economy. He's going up with the castle. He's got more stables than Lierey, I'm sure, at this point. Well, Lierey's built some more of his own. Lierey's going to try to invest as much into Castle Age as possible and finish off the Viper. If he can do significant damage, he can get back into the game. Oh, that's a lot of camels, though. The Viper's going just into camels. Not even thinking about counterattacking. And he's gonna get quite a few kills on the as the knights do retreat. Ooh, more knights against the camels. And here's the second horde of camels from the Viper. The Viper's gonna hold this off for now. Lierey, in order to keep pushing, he's gonna have to invest into either pikemen or archers, which is going to be a huge investment for him. The Viper, he's sitting at about a 10 villager lead. It looks like he's going to take this fight as well. So another loss for Lierey. He's getting pushed further and further back into his own base. Here comes the monks. One conversion for him. And the Vipers click up to the Imperial Age. Meanwhile, Lierey is nowhere near, of course. So it goes to show you the strength of his economy. Lierey, he's hurting for a little bit of gold. Where's his golds? Don't see them. Should take this one. Can build the town center in the forward position. Look how close these players are. If this town center goes down, it's going to be the end for Lierey. And here's the Viper's base. Still investing heavily into stone. Looks like the Viper's going to go straight for heavy camel and most likely add some go for chemistry probably as well. We can check the relic count really quickly. It's 3 relics for the Viper. Lierey's looking for an angle, he's not going to find one. And there's the Imperial Age. And the GG as well. Good game playing for the Viper. It was great that he picked off that scout early on. Men-at-Arms, they weren't as effective as I thought they were, but either way, the Viper was able to get his archer range transition going. Lierey was stuck on skirmishers, and Lierey was basically defending the whole game, partially due to his map, again, pretty bad woods, but just a snowball situation from there. Eventually, both players just transition into camel, and there's nothing really to do at this stage. Lierey can't transition to another unit, doesn't have economy for it, and the Viper's up to the next stage. So, good game. KD ratio 89 for the Viper, 82 units lost. And here's the most important thing of the game. Better economy for the Viper. Just about in every resource. Better uptimes from the Viper. 3 relics captured, 800 gold, wow. And just slight advantage, and gradually over time it just gets larger and larger.